Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. I hope you're doing well today. I've got a smoked porter to review for you. Really looking forward to this one. This is from a brewery called Grain, who are based in Norfolk. First beer I've had from these guys. This was kindly given to me by my buddy Mark at the Craft Beer Hub. Met up with him at London Craft Beer Festival a few months back now. We did a bit of a beer swap. And this one he was really excited about. So it's called Slate, 6% ABV, smoked black silky are the key words they've used to describe this one on the bottle. Doesn't say a great deal about it. Brewed by Grain Brewery in Alba in Norfolk. Ingredients: water, barley, wheat and hops. 6% ABV. It's got oak smoked pale ale malts in it, flagon pale ale malts, amber brown and chocolate malts, as well as some wheat. It's also got First Gold, Hercules and Cascade hops in it. So First Gold, it's kind of like a marmalade-y, orangey type stuff you might get. Hercules and Cascade are very much kind of piney bittering hops. So it's probably going to have a bit of a bitter kick to it, I would have thought. But there's the bottle. Let's get it out into a glass and see what it's all about. I do like smoked beers. Can't remember the last time I had a smoked porter. There's a bit of life on that one. I thought that was going to ooze over for a second there. But yes, Mark from the Craft Beer Hub's he's been absolutely going mad about this particular beer. I was really keen for me to try it. I'm looking forward to it. So there she goes into a glass. Loads of life in that. It's got all sorts of fizz going on with it. Leave that there so you can see it. Slate from Grain Brewery from Norfolk. But there it is in the glass. That is pretty dark. I'm getting the tiniest bit of red sort of bleeding through it with the light shining on it. That's a very dark looking beer with a one finger foamy, quite spacious looking, slightly tanned head. Let's get me started and see what the aromas to turn us. Oh wow. Oh, that smells good. Proper smoky. God, it's really hard to get past that smoke. It's like bonfire in a glass. Smoked malts, a bit of chocolate I'm getting on that. God, it's really pronounced smoke on the aroma. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really, really good. Bloody hell. I'm going to say this off the bat. I bet this on cask is awesome. There's a creaminess to it. Guinness fans would appreciate this. Might not appreciate the kind of the smoked malt aspect to it, but it's got a proper roasty, chocolatey, slightly caramelly. Just a touch of dark fruit just starting to creep through now. I think that's the character of the First Golding hops coming through there now. Just a touch of fruit, a touch of sort of zestiness coming through. It's a lovely mouthfeel. Glides, it's smooth, it's silky, it's sort of borderline creamy. And there's that touch of piney bitterness that I'm getting from the sort of the Hercules and the Cascade hops. And all the while there's this lovely, smooth, smoky flavour that's just enveloping the palate now. And you are left with that sort of combination of sort of slightly bitter Cascade hop, smoked malts. That is a very, very good beer. That's really, really nicely made. And it doesn't feel like it's 6% either. Feels like it's slightly less. It's much more drinkable than perhaps a 6% beer would suggest. Excuse me. It is lively though. Having said that, I have just drunk a lager before I cracked into this one, but still fizzing away in there. Still a lot going on with it. Plenty of life in this one. Ooh, excuse me. I'm very impressed. And I feel like it's constantly developing as well. This is a proper porter. I love that addition of smoked malt. I do like a good porter. Like I say, generally they have the characteristics of a stout, but just that sort of that lighter body, that kind of edges more towards the lager, more of the dark lager style. I am a fan of the porter style, but that little smoked malt addition is really adding whole other dimensions to this beer. Oh mate, I wish I had a bigger bottle now. That's quality. That is quality. From what I understand, he's quite a local brewery to Mark, and he was able to go pick them up. But I imagine this on cask would be outstanding. I imagine the body on it would be just that little bit thicker, just make it perhaps even smoother. But this is a treat. This is very, very good. Completely off the radar for me. I didn't have a clue who Grain Brewery were. Not a clue. Like I say, Mark told me about them, and I've got a wheat beer of theirs as well, a Weiss beer for them to try as well. And I'll tell you what, they know how to use their malts. I'll give them that. Just that little addition of the smoked malt to this porter, it's just giving it a whole different direction. It's just taking it to a completely different area. Oh, I love that. Chocolate, proper coffee, caramelly. There is that subtle citrus sweetness, very, very subtle. And then at the back end, there's that lovely piney, bitter note from the Cascade and the Hercules hops. And there's that smokiness. You're left with the smokiness at the back end. That is proper quality. Properly good beer. Oh, yeah. And it's creamy. It is smooth, but it's not too thick. It is still very drinkable. It's light enough to neck, you know. I like everything about this. I think this is really, really good. That's the best new beer that I've had from anyone in a long, long time. I think that's very, very good. Oh, wow, look at the... I don't know if you can see that. You see all the bits and bobs floating around at the bottom. Literally. Sediment in the bottle. Which is always good. I'm always a fan. I love that. Oh, a treat. A treat. I love that. I love that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Smoked porter from Grain Brewery called Slate. Recommend that. Really recommend that. Smoked black silky. Certainly all of those. 6% ABV. Grain Brewery. Check them out. Slate. If you like your smoked malts in a dark beer, I thoroughly recommend this one. For what it's worth, I'm going to give that a solid 10 out of 10. I think that's absolutely outstanding. Thank you, Mark. Oh, I think you were on the money with that one. I know why he was so excited, because that is quality. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Go check them out. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I do appreciate it. Till the next one, you take care.